All right, yeah, it's South China Morning Post. Nick Atkin here in Singapore, just after one on Prime Video 4. This man just closed it out with an incredible fourth round TKO. He's now the champ. You can't see the belts; they're in the back here, but my God, those are heavy, aren't they?
They are very heavy, and I wasn't joking when I asked my two cornermen over there to carry the belt for me after the fight. They were so heavy, and I was so exhausted. I did not want to carry those things.
There's a really good picture. You'll probably see it on social media later. You've got both of them, and your head's down. You look like you're about to fall over. But I'm sure the moment it was sweet, wasn't it? Getting to lift that second title. You've been visualizing it for a long time. You've been telling me and telling Tom, who's here behind the camera, you want that second belt. Now it's here.
This has been a goal of mine for as long as I can remember. Ever since I set out in my mixed martial arts career, my goal was, like I said, become a world champion and then become a double champ. I'm just so grateful that I was able to get this opportunity and then capitalize on it when the opportunity presented itself. So, and I'm so glad that it's finally done and I accomplished the goal I set out to accomplish.
I don't know how you survived this first round. Everyone's saying the same thing on social media. Everyone thought it was over. It's just a matter of time. What were you thinking when he hit you? It was so hard. You went down. I thought, oh, this is over.
To be honest, there is no thinking in times like that when you're in a fight. I got to go back and I got to watch it again. In my mind, of course, I did not envision Abbasov being able to drop me. But it's a fight. Things like that happen. So I just let my instincts take over, really let my training kick in, and I was able to stay composed, stay safe, and then come back and finish him in the fourth round.
The Lees are clearly made of stern stuff. Your sister, who's here as well, she got similarly dropped that first round a couple months ago. She fought back, pushed the fight the whole way. I thought you were going to go to distance as well, 5 rounds. Were you ready to go to distance?
I was absolutely ready to go the distance. I sure as hell didn't want to, but I was ready to go. I had more left in the tank, but I'm very glad that I was able to get the job done because for me, as a fighter, I don't like to leave it to the judges. I like to go in there and make a statement every time I step into the circle by finishing my fights. So I'm very glad that I was able to get that done.
Yeah, and we spoke to Chatri a little bit earlier here, and he said he was worried you maybe didn't have enough power at welterweight. What do you feel in that regard? Would you want to bulk up a bit more if you come back and defend this belt?
I absolutely feel like right now, today, I am big enough, strong enough to compete in welterweight. But once I plan on making this my permanent division, I think you guys will see a clear difference. Right now, I was taking the fight as a true lightweight, stepping up to the welterweight division. Of course, I weighed in at 185 pounds, which was not hard. But once I make this my natural division, I will make sure that there's a difference. And I think that the next time you guys see me at welterweight, it'll be a much different story.
So eventually you do plan on leaving lightweight behind?
Absolutely. It's only going up from here.
Time frame, roughly?
My next fight is to defend the lightweight world title. I'm definitely not leaving that division behind, but looking forward, looking to the future and my next steps, I only plan on moving up in weight.
All right. What did you make of Cameron missing weight? Because they had the hydration test. A lot of people failed this week. There was a lot of drama. Did it annoy you at all? Did you care that he was stripped of the belt? Did that ease some of the pressures, weirdly?
No, in all honesty, it had no effect on me. It's unfortunate. Actually, I feel bad for all the fighters that missed weight. Of course it is unprofessional, but there's got to be just some reason that they don't understand the weight cutting system after all this time, and then they're missing the weight. But for me, it had no effect. I was still going to go in there, get the job done. So.
All right. Yeah, and there's a big event tonight, but also in a couple of weeks, Manila. There is Roberto Soldic and Ramazanov. That could be your next contender there, right?
I'll definitely be paying a close attention to that fight. Without a doubt, that's the fight for the number one contender in the welterweight division. You got, one of the biggest prospects that won championships signed in Soldic, and then Ramazanov, I guess he's the number one wrestler in Russia right now, and that says a lot. So I'm excited to watch that fight, and I'll be paying close attention. I definitely think that I'll be facing one of them in the near future.
And there's another guy who's going to be in the arena tonight, cornering Sagid Isagakmaev against Shinyaki. That is the UFC lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev. Just heard you said you'd be up for fighting him. What do you think about that?
I mean, let's do it. Let's break some records. I think a fight between the one championship world champion and the UFC world champion would, create massive hype. I think that it would make for the biggest MMA fight the world's ever seen. So I know that my opponent, or potential opponent, Islam, I know that he would be down for a fight like that. He's a true competitor like myself. But then it just comes down to the promotions. We'll see if they're both able to come together and make a fight like that happen, because I definitely think it would be huge.
Yeah, and you really sort of marked yourself out now as the best, if not second best, pound for pound in one. I'd say you and Renier de Ridder, maybe neck and neck. How does that make you feel, being such a standard bearer for this organization against guys from the UFC and other organizations?
I've been with the company for a long time.
DJ, sorry, can't disrespect Demetrius Johnson.
I've been with the company for a long time now, and I feel like that I've put in the work, and I'm not concerned about rankings, statistics. For me, every time I go in there, I'm there to work, and that's what I do. So I'm glad that I'm glad to be considered as one of the best in the world, and for me, I'm just here to do my job.
And someone else fighting tonight, Bruno Pucci, will be on there. You're all here to support. Just what does it mean to have the whole team here like this for you? I guess you want to celebrate, but you've got to hold on now, and you don't mind that, I'm sure.
Absolutely not. I'm so excited for my brother-in-law, Bruno, to be fighting tonight. He's got a great fight ahead of him. I think he's going to do amazing. I think he's going to finish his opponent, and I'll be back here very shortly to be here for his fight. So I'm more than happy to put the celebration on hold until after he gets the job done.
All right, Christian, thank you very much. Sorry to keep you so long. Go get to it. We'll see you later, I'm sure. But thank you again, Chep.
All right, thank you.
Cheers.